repairs.
Unlike Skater, he could just get a GT3 RS.
And not have to worry about repairs.
Not a worry a thing. Yep.
Jesus fuck. One guy was telling her this and that.
I'm having a rough time with those fucking
I'm like, alright, I'm going with you to the fucking shop.
Oh shit.
I walked in.
Holy shit.
And the fucking guy that was telling her she needed this and that, all of a sudden, shut the fuck up.
Ask them to show you. That's all you got to do is show me why it's a problem. They have to show you what the issue is with the radiator. If it's leaking, they were able to prove it to themselves so they can prove it to you.
Somebody's watching and they
damn,
just said, in search of followers, crime, and views, go fuck yourself. Half the people wouldn't even like us.
And we're a special group. We're a special group.
Nicely done, bud.
And if your skin ain't thick, you can't take us.
I fucked up quite a few times, went in the water twice. Apparently I caught up.
We're a hidden gem in the GTA Online community.
Oh, we're a gem, alright.
A
How many
hidden
crews do you
gem.
think there are?
Lots and lots. You would have no, you wouldn't
Oh
even
look, Frank caught
believe.
up.
Fucking shit tons.
Plans on Modern Warfare.
Come through there like
Tons.
Yeah, this is literally the most popular game in gaming history.
If we look at our crew rank, we're like 30,000 or something. Maybe even higher, actually.
Man, we need a lot more oohs and ahs up there.
There's a
Yeah,
few.
but you see, in Owensboro, Don Moore was like the only big name in town. He had no
shit.
competitors.
Oh, hey, I found a picture of Owensboro.
I just took Rob out. I had slipstream and there was nothing I could do.
Oh, get away from me.
It's okay, you put him back there where Herb, that kid helps Herb catch up.
Come on, Herb.
I wasn't
And
planning
they pissed
on
me
bringing
off
past
when
me.
fucking
You were planning on going up there, Frank, but I put you up there.
I was planning a trip back to Maryland.
Still in it.
Oh my god.
And 2 weeks in advance.
Somebody hit it.
Oh my god.
Just do a tune-up on the Sonoma.
Tune up on the Sonoma.
And then, you know, drop it off in the morning. Don't hear anything from them.
Relax.
Call them back
Groove.
at the end of the night before I'm getting ready to go home from work.
Oh! Ow, Rob.
Oh, fuck.
And they're like, no, they're not done with it
Sorry,
yet.
Rick.
What do you mean they're not done with it yet? It's
Don't mind your
just a tune-up.
sandbagging, get going.
Well, we're waiting for parts.
Sandbag.
Like,
Yep.
this is scheduled 2 weeks in advance.
Yep. It doesn't
You're
matter.
a fucking dealership. You're
Nope.
supposed to get the fucking parts.
Nope.
You see that shit?
It doesn't work that way, Skater. See, what happens is you have to bring the, once you bring the actual vehicle in, and they have your permission to actually start working on it, that's when they can for real find out what they need. And what happens is the mechanic sits there, does the, you know, whatever you want to call it, the estimate, looks it all over, takes stuff apart because they have your permission to work on it, and then he comes up. I understand.
Filters and plugs and wires. How can you not fucking get that in advance?
Because what happens is well, you don't know that you need that stuff in advance until you actually get into it and look at it. Once you get into it and look at it, you find out what you actually need. Now, the parts department in that dealership...
I'm talking regular maintenance shit. How do you not know that in advance? If there was something else wrong that they had to get, that they found...
Okay, listen, like what you just said, like filters and wires and shit. Okay, so when you start saying wires and shit, what are you talking about as far as regular maintenance?
Spark plug wires.
Okay, yes, I understand that. What year is your Sonoma?
2000.
Okay, that vehicle is 20 years old. Do you think that they stock 20-year-old parts on a regular basis?
It was 12 years old when this happened.
Do you think they stock 12 years old when it happens? That's an old vehicle
No,
yes, it is.
I don't expect them to stock it.
Alright,
But
okay.
the fact that they're the dealership and I had the thing planned 2 weeks in advance.
Right, like I said, when you get the vehicle in,
Someone want to go alone?
they see, yes, they see, do you need spark plug wires? Okay, yes, you need spark plug wires. Okay, this vehicle is 12 years old. We do not have them on hand, so we have to contact an actual warehouse.
They had 2 weeks. They had 2 weeks.
But you're missing the point. You're missing the point. They don't know what they need until they physically get the vehicle in and tear it down. Once they start...
Not on radio.
Okay, Skater, I forget. How many vehicles did you... How many jobs did you have where you worked in the vehicle industry?
0.
Okay, I got 10 years. I'm sorry you don't agree with me, but that's how it works. Until the mechanic actually takes his wrenches on it, they have to cover their ass.
For a second and listen.
Yeah,
this wasn't the first time they had my vehicle. They know exactly what my vehicle was. They know the make, the model. It's in their fucking system. They know the fucking size of the engine. And every
so go from
thing.
there. Okay, I'll take it from there. So you made an appointment 2 weeks later. Okay, so the vehicle was going to be brought in 2 weeks after they had that, right? After you made the appointment, right?
Correct.
Did you put any money down?
No.
Okay, so do they know that as a reliable customer you're going to bring the vehicle in there and they're not going to order parts and then have you show up and then they're going to have to sit there and eat the parts because they're going to have 12-year-old parts sitting on their shelf that nobody else is going to order because you fucked up and didn't show up for your appointment? They're just supposed to take your word, right, and spend the money and buy the parts and then hope that you show up, right?
Well, because as a reliable customer, that it
how do they know? How? Okay, so they know that means you're going to show up every single time, no matter what.
Yeah, what if you hit it there?
Yeah.
What if you decide to sell the vehicle? Anything can happen, Skater. They can't take your word on it. They can't spend the money on 12-year-old parts that are never going to sell.
What if you die?
Anything can happen. When you bring the vehicle in, that's when they got to order the parts because they have to make sure they're going to make the money on it.
Just because you say you need new wires doesn't mean you need new wires.
Exactly.
People say fucking they're old. It's clicking.
Get out.
Fucking. You got a piece of stick in your fucking wire.
Well, then why wouldn't they tell me that at the beginning instead of
Good job for holding them all off.
Because they want you to come back in 2 weeks. They want you to come back in 2 weeks. They don't want to tell you, hey, listen, we're not going to order the parts in case you don't come back because then you probably won't come back. They're not gonna. They're gonna tell you what you want to hear to get you in to get your business. Is that right? No, I don't agree with that. But that's smart business, Skater. Let's be honest. That's smart business. They need to make the money. They're not trying to fuck you. They're trying to make the money. And if you say you're gonna come back in 2 weeks,
Sure, you're coming for me.
they're not gonna actually spend the money on parts unless you know for sure that you're coming back. And then here's the other thing too. Here's the other thing too.
If they needed money to order the fucking parts, fucking tell me when I made the fucking appointment.
It doesn't work that way. It also. Here's the other thing too. Here's the other thing.
It does work that way.
No,
because you know my business that way.
Okay, that's great. That's in your business. That's great. That's your business. That's not how it works,
so we
Skater.
can order the materials so the fucking shit will be ready when we
How many
say
times
it's gonna be ready.
do you work on 12-year-old tanks?
No, we build new ones.
Okay, well so do fucking the goddamn fucking vehicle manufacturers, dipshit. So they're fucking
I'm not
building...
talking about a vehicle manufacturer. I'm talking about a fucking dealership
GMC...
that has a fucking garage mechanics that say they're gonna fucking do my
that
fucking
don't stock 12-year-old parts. Why would they stock 12-year-old parts?
I don't expect them to stock them.
Okay.
I expect them to buy them when I say I'm gonna bring my vehicle.
And so they can take your word on it, right? They just expect
yes,
you just
they
expect.
can, and if they don't want to take my word for it, they can say, put this much money fucking down so we can order these fucking wires
but that isn't how it works.
And not have my fucking car for 4 fucking days.
But that's not how it works. If they get a hold, here's the other thing too. GMC.
I want a tune-up. I'm gonna drive to fucking Maryland in fucking a month.
GMC doesn't stock. They don't. GMC doesn't have this magical warehouse that has every part for fucking 10, 12, 15, 20 years for every vehicle they've manufactured. They expect people to buy new vehicles. So when you contact GMC and try to order even plug wires that are 12 years old, they may not have them. They may have to do a search across the whole fucking country of other GMC dealerships that might happen to have 12-year-old parts because they had a parts manager like Cake who refused to throw anything away. Because after shit becomes discontinued because it's so old,
tell me that shit
because
when
they
I make the appointment. Don't
because
tell me
then
that
they
fucking
lose
shit
your
after you've had my
business.
fucking car for 4 fucking days.
Because then they lose your business.
And that's why they lost my business, because they didn't tell me that shit up front.
Okay, so either way, go find another dealership that stocks 12-year-old GMC
how
parts.
How was it that dealership couldn't do it, but fucking McCarty's Towing was able to do it in fucking 3 days?
Are they a bumfuck?
3 days.
Are they a bumfuck nobody, not a major manufacturer dealership or anything? Are they a small time?
They're just a towing.
So they used aftermarket. They used aftermarket parts. They didn't use GMC parts, or they had shit sitting on their shelf for 12 years. Well, a GMC dealership's not going to try to use aftermarket parts. A GMC dealership's going to use GMC parts, dipshit. That's how it works. That's how it works.
Aftermarket parts, you don't know if that's actually going to be helpful to your engine because there's specifications.
And if you do have a warranty on it, aftermarket parts can void your warranty.
Yes, it can.
Yes, and that's Chevy
If I use the wrong oil, my car is void. Wrong
oil. Here's a little trick. Did you know this? If you buy a vehicle that doesn't come equipped with a fucking like a car alarm on it, or let's say better yet a car starter, and you go to a Joe Blow aftermarket place and have them put a car starter on it, even if it's a brand new vehicle, it becomes null and void of all your warranty. Anything, even oil changes, anything to do that's under your warranty becomes null and void because you put a fucking car starter on it that came from a place that wasn't certified by the actual manufacturer.
Yes, my air filter would void my warranty. See?
So that's why it's tricky in there. It's a business, Skater. They're not trying to fuck you. They're trying to run their business the way they have to run their business. So yeah, so they don't get fucked. That's how it works. If you think they're fucking you, you should see the fucking specifications where if you get an accident and your insurance company will fuck you more than anybody else. That's how it goes. That's why I said right from the start of this conversation, lease a vehicle.
Nice.
Lease a vehicle.
Yes, lease a vehicle.
Take those two vehicles you got.
Those 2 vehicles I got that have been running great, haven't given me any fucking problems, and start having another $400
here's the trade-off.
Payment.
Here's the trade-off you have, Skater. Here's the trade-off. You keep that record going and have to sacrifice 3 or 4 days when you go to wait for parts, or you lease a vehicle and everything happens lickety-split.
No, I can wait for 3 or 4 days now because now I have 2 vehicles.
Well, I'm just saying, if you're gonna
just had the truck.
If you're gonna drive a vehicle that's that old, if you're gonna drive a vehicle that's
2 weeks in advance
on a 12-year-old vehicle,
you don't have to wait 4 fucking days for fucking parts when I made a fucking appointment 2 weeks in advance
on a 12-year-old vehicle. On a 12-year-old vehicle, when they make new vehicles every single year.
On a fucking S10.